Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Fallout 3. You're here with Rail Lefevre, otherwise known as Draxxkraven, when he wanted to get a little bit more information about this android stuff. Alright, that's that. Huh. Zimmer!
The sooner you find my...
Yes. What can you tell me about the Commonwealth?
The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair. Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished.
Alright.
Of course you do.
I'm beginning to loathe this Zimmer more and more. But, time to read a book. And take a bobblehead. The intelligence bobblehead. It takes the smartest individuals to realize there's always more to learn. And the Dr. Lee. What do you know about the history?
This is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's daughter, aren't you? What are you doing here?
You know my father? Have we met?
You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I am Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same.
And then 19 years later, I come walking through the door. You must be a little upset with me. Well, I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here.
No.
For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
This isn't about me. This is about him. So, I left the vault to look for him.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
Could you tell me where he went?
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
Where is the old lab?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone.
Sorry, Dr. Lee. I have to do it. What's this project you worked on?
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
What was it? What was the point of it?
It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
I'm not surprised. That's insane. Well, why didn't it work? Is it just the sheer magnitude?
We had the basic principles down. We understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine. But anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment.
Interesting. So why'd you stop working on it?
You happened.
Oh.
It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier.
So the Brotherhood was also involved. Interesting.
Okay.
Can you tell me more about my parents?
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her?
Yes. Your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Oh, do you hear that? Do you hear how Lee's voice quivers with emotion? I think that she had feelings for James and things didn't work out. And that was the beginning of the troubles, and my birth, her death, and his departure was the end of them. What killed her exactly?
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
Whatever, I never knew her anyway. Yeah, I bet you did everything you could. Why'd you kill her on purpose? You fucking bitch. We'll never know.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
What was he like?
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try again.
Seems like a wild, unpredictable man. But, what are you guys doing here, actually?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule.
Sounds good. Nice work, Dr. Lee. What do you know about the city's history?
I could tell you all about the science lab, but even though I was here near the start, I can't really help with the details of how it all worked out. It all seems like a lifetime ago. I'm afraid I've had a lot of things on my mind since those early days.
Not exactly a political person. I understand. I gotta go.
Good luck finding your father.
Thanks. Anyway. Well, that was a trip. Oh, whoops. Any big oh! Hey, Garza!
Please excuse me. There is much work to be done.
Sorry. I really love Garza. You don't look like a scientist.
No. I'm only here to help with moving things, lifting heavy equipment. I'm no scientist. I simply help Dr. Lee in whatever way I can.
I really like Garza. I don't know why. I don't know what it is that draws me to him. But just like, he owes Dr. Lee a Wookiee life debt or something. And he just does whatever she needs. He's always there to help. Lend a helping hand. Even though he's, I don't know, a little dim perhaps. He's not a very smart man. But anyway. The Capital Preservation Society. Looks like some old papers. Ooh, computer. Let's see if all these are correct. Adopted a year later. The society owns the only known copy of the document to exist, which was retrieved from the ruins of the National Archives in 2256. That's pretty cool. What else you got? The Emancipation Proclamation, 1862, abolishing slavery. Slick. The Gettysburg Address. Oh, these must be things that they all actually have. The U.S. Declaration of War on China. It's last known document of note authored by the United States government before the bombs fell. Had the declaration had the tenacity and might of a stronger president behind it, say Lincoln, who's to say what the outcome of those tremulous years would have been? Abraham Washington.
Quite an impressive collection, isn't it? Well, don't be shy. Have a look around. Abraham Washington's the name. Curator of this little slice of American history.
It's a very interesting collection.
Ah, a fellow scholar, I see.
Of sorts.
Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection.
Oh? What document's missing?
In 1776, the Second Judgmental Congress got together and adopted a document drafted by none other than Thomas Jefferson himself. It was the day the United States of America earned its name and secured its place in history. This magnificent achievement took form in the Declaration of Independence.
That's quite a thing to be missing. If you want me to get it for you, all you have to do is ask.
Oh, would you? It would mean so much to me and the Society's collection here.
I'd love to be a part of history.
Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine, you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives.
Well, I haven't looked around a bit. A few questions about the Declaration? Nah. Can you show me how to get to the National Archives on my map?
In the D.C. ruins, you'll find the National Archives, or what's left of it anyway. The building should contain the document in a protective glass case. Be careful. The place is swarming with super mutants. Here, let me pinpoint its location for you.
Thank you, Abraham. I've got a few questions.
Please ask them. After all, knowledge is power.
G.I. Joe. So, where did you get all this information?
Well, this is quite embarrassing, actually. I sent someone like yourself after the Declaration. She did some of the research for me, but now I haven't seen her in a few months. I wouldn't worry about it. Many have died for causes far less grand than what you're about to undertake.
Abraham, don't be a dick. Alright, let me ask you something else. Doesn't matter what it looks like, I'll find it. You know the history of Rivet City?
Now that you ask, I can tell you all about the capital, but I really haven't got any idea about Rivet City itself.
God damn it,
I
Abraham.
can't see how important it is compared to the capital's history, but maybe Bannon might know something. He's in the governing council, after all.
Alright. All we've got, the only lead we have on that is the,
Hello.
is the, Pinkerton's place. Ooh. Hello.
Saint Monica bless you.
Oh, God, you sound just like the other guy I was just speaking to. I was just looking at the door, I swear. Alright, I'll be back in a second. So here I was, staring at this door. Back from the dead. Yeah, anyway.
Evening.
Just, no, I wasn't gonna, like, even sneak in there, but now I really want to. You know how it is. As soon as something says I can't do it, I have to. And that something was the game. That being said, I bet I'm not gonna find anything of note. Alright. Anything in the locker? Just some bottle caps. Anything in this locker? Scrap metal. Apparently, looking at this stuff doesn't count as stealing. Anything in the toolbox? Nope. Some scotch. Ooh. Seagrave's incriminating letter? What the fuck is this? You've turned us down twice now, Holmes. This is my last appeal. We used to be friends. We used to do business together. All I want is to sell our product in Rivet City. I'm sure the city could always use slaves to help with the rebuilding. Paradise Falls has slaves to sell at a good price. You used to sell me wastelanders you captured before you got all full of yourself. You aren't as pure as you pretend. Help me and we can make a nice profit. From Eulogy Jones. Oh. Okay. It's incriminating, but I'd have to talk to Holmes first to see if he wants to use that letter. I've got a silver tongue. If he intends to use it, I'll figure out. Woo! I'll take blind luck over skill any day. Alright. What do we got? Survival weapon idea. I had an idea for a survival weapon. There are all these railroad spikes laying around the wasteland. I had to be able to build some sort of slingshot to fire them like bullets. Tried some really big rubber bands, but they didn't seem to work. What if I could use steam as a power source? Not a bad idea. Bannon. Dr. Lee, we both know that Bannon does not have the best interests of Rivet City at heart. He's only interested in making a profit. He would sell his own children, if he had any, for an extra bottle cap. He needs to be removed. I'd be glad to step forward as his replacement. Seagrave, I do not wish to get pulled down into petty political bickering. Bannon has not done anything wrong. If the time ever comes when he does something truly harmful to Rivet City, the other council members will look into it. Until then, I have a lab to run. Well, let's speak to him and see if he truly means to do such terrible, terrible things. Hello.
Stay away from me.
What?
What do you want? Are you one of them?
No. What the hell are you talking about? What are you so scared
I
of?
suppose it doesn't matter if I tell you. I used to be a slave. I saw a slaver on this ship. His name is Sister. I'm afraid he's after me.
Well, I'm never going to turn in a runaway slave.
Really? Oh, thank you. Can you help me? I've been so worried with him around. I can hardly sleep at night.
Here's 25 caps. Get yourself a gun.
Thank you. I'll go to Flak and Shrapnel's just before closing. I don't have anything to give you, but I think I can trust you with a secret. If you ever go up north, there is a secret slave hideout called Temple of the Union. You might find them useful.
Interesting. That being said, if I get the opportunity, I'll talk to Sister. And I'll see if I can... Why? What did I didn't do anything! Anyway, I'll see what I can do about Sister. Why is a guy named Sister? Why are you at a computer that doesn't work?
Good to see you. Yeah? What do you want?
Oh yeah, Tammy. Is that your son running around here?
Yeah, that's James. My own little troublemaking brat. I'd sell him to you if they'd let me. Unless you've got any more personal questions.
Jesus Christ, Tammy. Yeah, she's a bitch. To the marketplace. The Weatherly Hotel. That's where I need to go. Sorry. I told you it's easy to get lost around here. Bannon's door. Huh. Flak and Shrapnel's door.
Any trouble in this area?
Ah! Oh, patient. But where's the good doctor? Maybe I'll check out his terminal some other time. Who cares about the privacy of information? Where is everyone? Oh, it's 9 at night. Everyone's probably asleep. Sister's hotel room. Well, I mean, since I have no place of my own to sleep, I could rent a room. Or I could just get one. Come on. You and I both know I deserve it. I'll just wake up before dawn, before anyone knows that I'm here. What? No one owns this bed. Fuck you, game. God damn it. In any event, that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Fallout 3. Next time, we're going to talk to Mr. Seagrave. We're going to handle Sister and deal with another problem. But and then we're going to go talk to an old man who lives in a derelict boat. In any event, if you liked what you saw, if you want to continue the adventure, please hit subscribe. And if you like how fast I talk, you should send me a couple bucks monthly on Patreon, and I can use that money to do fantastic, amazing things, like make more videos, start streaming, hire an artist to make cool shit, and do the coolest thing of all, pay more rent. But until then, good night, everyone.